What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy, one and only Aaron, and today I'm talking about, I'd say it's a pretty fun/funny topic. Honestly, it's low-key kind of sad, just because, like, when we really think about it, Dababy and everything that's happening to him, and it's a lot deeper than just what's on the front pages of social media and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and dive in and give my 2 cents, just because I feel like I got a lot to say about this. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm trolling. All right, but seriously. So Dababy had a show in New Orleans. He didn't even reach the minimum requirements of tickets required to even do the show. Now, at face value, the average, internet zombie viewer would look at this and say, "Oh, Dababy's trash. He fell off. He's trash." Now, okay, I understand it's very easy to hate on Dababy, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a Dababy stan. I'd say I'm barely even a Dababy fan. I like a decent amount of his songs. Obviously, you can't deny he's one of the most talented artists. He's probably in the top % of artists right now for streams, probably top 10%. There's not a lot of people competing with him on a stream level. He's one of the most streamed artists, rapper wise, in the world. So that's clearly undeniable. But Dababy he's battled with some high forces. The LGBTQ community. He had I don't even want to talk about it because I don't even want to get canceled. But he basically, he had those crazy comments at Rolling Loud. I was there in person when he said those. We're not going to repeat them. Most of y'all already know what I'm talking about. But, when you do something like that, you're messing with a big crowd. That's a big crowd of people that not only they like to cancel anybody for anything. They're a strong force. And they move for what they care about. And Dababy poked the bear, and I'm just saying it's not a coincidence when you poke the bear that something like this comes back to bite you later publicly. That's just one small thing. I think in reality, the biggest reason why he didn't sell these tickets was really just due to the fact, it was a combination of a lot of things. Well, first off, one of the things it was a combination of was the fact that he doesn't really have a cult fan base. When you think of Dababy, you think of TikTok and his top 5 couple songs, him and Roddy Ricch, Rockstar, whatever it's called, and then like hit records. Dababy is a multi-time platinum guy. I feel like he can come up with he could make a single and that's going to be a hit radio song in his sleep. It's not hard for him at all. But, how many people actually fuck with Dababy for who Dababy is, like the person? Like, let's be real. Like, when it comes to out of the music stuff, he's kind of like a little walky, moves a little kind of crazy, makes a lot of decisions that the average person wouldn't agree with. He had the whole Danny Lay situation, and then he had, obviously the Rolling Loud situation, and then, they've attempted to cancel this man a few times. Obviously it didn't work. It's pretty hard to cancel someone who doesn't care. It's just not how canceling works. To cancel someone effectively, they have to care they're getting canceled, or you have to give them the Andrew Tate treatment where you delete them off the internet. And they're not going to delete Dababy off the internet. It wouldn't work. So another thing it was a combination of is the fact that the lack of promotion. Like, think about it like this: nobody knew that Dababy was having a concert in New Orleans. The only reason that people know about his tickets not selling is because it was posted. If it would have never been made public that he didn't sell enough tickets, they could have just canceled the show, kept it at that. Nobody would have batted an eye. But when you mess with certain higher ups like Dababy did and made those comments, which honestly, looking back at it, being there, it didn't really seem that crazy while we're at Rolling Loud, but we were all obviously under the influence of a lot of things. But at the time, it didn't really seem like that wild of a comment. And then I guess someone posted on Twitter and kind of puts it in a different light. 10-second clips can really change your perception and judgment of something. Which is kind of funny because when we heard him say it in person, it was like everybody in the crowd was kind of just watching, but nobody really overreacted to the statement at all. There wasn't a loud "oh" or anything. Everybody was just he's just a rapper on stage at Rolling Loud talking shit. It's a high energy area, so people are just saying random, especially if you're on stage. I mean, imagine how much all those people looking at you, bruh, and you're feeling like the man. You're just gonna say anything, you know what I'm saying? He was really just trying to get his point across, but that's a whole nother argument for a whole nother day. But I think the biggest thing for Dababy was just a lack of a cult following. You know, you look at guys like Young Boy or like even Cardi or Uzi, honestly even Yeet to an extent, the way he's been moving up, and you know, just artists like that, you know, ASAP Rocky, or like artists with that cult like fan base where it's like they could do anything, and they're, or Kanye, I don't know how I left him out the conversation, where they could do anything and people will eat it up. Like Kanye could make a new cereal brand and people will buy it just because it's Kanye's brand, or you know, Cardi could wear some new Rick Owens and people will go cop those specific Rick Owens because Cardi wore them, you know. It's just the influence. Dababy doesn't really have that culture influence. He's more of like a meme guy. Like, you know, you see Dababy and you think of memes, like something funny. Like he's a funny looking guy. He's always doing something extra. Like he's trying to be a little bit, you know, funny. You know, I think that kind of hurts Dababy in a way. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's not really holding him back. He just needs to do a new show where it's advertised properly. Like, come on, let's be real. If Dababy were to do a show and he were to start posting it, it's for December of this year. And right now, as I'm recording this, we're in August. So, you know, he does a show and he's like, okay, got a show in December in LA. And he has a couple other artists, like say he gets Offset and Roddy Ricch to post it on their story, like every other week, like paid promo. Academics post it too, just because, you know, academics be trolling. And he's like, yo, show in LA in December 3rd, something, pull up. Are you telling me that he would sell the minimum amount of tickets? There's no way. If he advertises it properly and they, you know, they market it in the area where he's selling the, you know, the concert, he's definitely going to sell. Like, Dababy can sell tickets. I honestly think this whole narrative of anyone who can't sell out a show in a certain city in a random date is falling off is just ridiculous. It's just people trying to create narratives and just people trying to just, you know, find any way to tear the next man down. And, you know, like we talked about earlier, Dababy messed with the wrong community, because, you know, once you do that, like, they'll start finding a way to tear you down any way they can. And I mean, it's just facts, you know. That's my 2 cents on the topic. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I got a couple other bangers coming soon. I got some sports content I'm dropping soon too. I kind of want to talk about a little bit of Bronny, but we'll get to that later. Hope y'all enjoyed the content. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.